Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Washington Street Gym in Macomb, Illinois for probably what would be considered one of the top 2A matches in the state of Illinois, especially at least tonight, as this one is a highly anticipated contest between the visiting Illini West Chargers that you see on the floor right now warming up and the Macomb High Bombers. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling of Macomb is bringing you Bombers sports all season long here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Chevy Guerrero will be on the camera today, and we are ready to go with what should be an outstanding contest here this evening for the varsity matchup. The JV contest, however, there was not much of a contest. 25-7, 25-13, Macomb with a win in the Fresh Soft contest. Do not expect the varsity contest to be that lopsided. This one could very well be a 3-set match, although Illini West is coming off a loss to Monmouth Roseville last night. The Fresh Soft team won at Monrose last night, but the varsity team lost to the Titans. So we'll see what they have to offer tonight. You're going to see some outstanding players on the Illini West side of the court. Madeline Boyer is going to be one of the best players you see this year. She comes in as a junior. Make that a sophomore, I believe. Let me look that up. I want to tell you before. She is a junior now. Madeline Boyer, a junior middle hitter and setter, folks. That's right. She's a middle hitter and setter. She'll set for one rotation. Reagan Reed and Josie Bryan are the other two big stars on the Illini West squad. Reed has moved from an outside left hitter position to a middle. She'll play the second middle behind Boyer now, and Bryan will be a left. Reed and Bryan will actually be in the row or in the front row together for one set or one rotation. That's when Boyer sets, and then Reed will set 3 and Bryan will set 2 rotations. Make that vice versa. Bryan will set 3, Reed will set 2. At any rate, that's how they'll set up. The Bombers playing very good volleyball themselves. They come in to this contest with a solid season already starting, and some of the names are the same, but they are missing a few, as you would expect to graduation. Kennedy Adair being the big one that they lost last year. They do have a couple players playing college ball other places. Adair is playing at Western Illinois. They have one at Spoon River as well. Catherine Lucanen will be the big hitter for the Bombers tonight. You can expect to see her from the left side. Ellie Duncan, an outstanding libero, will start for the Bombers as well. And then you'll have Kate Stortzum, McClure, Ladd, and then, of course, the setter, Quinn Rexroth, as we get ready for the national anthem and the starting lineups by Justice Keene. We'll take a break for the national anthem and be right back.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your starting lineups for tonight's contest. Introducing varsity visitors, the Illini West Chargers, a junior number 7, Reagan Reed.
So there is the starting lineups for the night tonight. It will be for the Illini West Chargers, Reagan Reed, number 7, Audra Carroll, number 9, number 10, Allison Hunter, number 11, Josie Bryan, number 13, Corin Robinson, and Madeline Boyer, number 16. The libero is number 3, Kaylin Farrell, and she is a good one, folks. And another good libero on the other side of the court tonight. Should be good defensive play by these two. Ellie Duncan, wearing number 2, will be the libero for the Bombers. Catherine Lucanen will be the main go-to offensive threat for the Bombers. She'll wear number 1. Kylie Robinson, a defensive specialist, starts as well. Quinn Rexroth will be the setter for the Bombers. She's a junior. Taylor Adair, a senior, middle hitter and outside hitter. Kate Stortzum, a defensive specialist. And we have Madeline McClure, who will be the middle hitter. As I didn't reset the scoreboard, so we'll do that very quickly. And get ready to go here with the varsity contest. It will be the Chargers serving first. Rexroth sets near side to Lucanen, and Lucanen drives one down the line and out of bounds. A hitting error starts things off for the Bombers, and it will be a point for the Chargers. More trouble on serve receive. Outside it goes to Bryan, who tips it across. Boyer on the overpass is going to be dug by Duncan. Rexroth out near side to Lucanen again. She tips it across. Reed comes down to get it. Trouble, and it's finally going to fall. A side out as they got out of system. Reed had to come in and get it. Setting for the Chargers right now is number 13, Tori Reynolds. Oh, excuse me, number 13 is Corin Robinson. I forgot about that. She does set when Reed is in the back row. I saw these guys enough at the Southeastern tournament, you'd have thought I'd have remembered that. Set middle, Boyer off the block, dug by Rexroth. Bump set, Lucanen now on the attack. It's blocked by Boyer. When Rexroth drives one home on the overpass, and Rexroth gets the first Sports Corner kill of the night. And serving for the Bombers. I'll wait and see, make sure I get the number right here. Number 16 is Emily Westerholt. She's got a point. And make it 2 points as the hitting error results in a 3-1 lead for the Bombers. Corin Robinson had the point for the, and an ace for the Bombers and Emily Westerholt. 4-1, Bombers with the lead. Cross court, Bryan on the attack. It's Doug, a nice block. Another nice block there is the defense good so far. Tips have been the prevalent way to get it across the net. Bryan's going to drive one off. It was not touched, and it's out of bounds. A hitting error and a point for the Bombers. It's 4 straight for Westerholt. The Bombers lead 5-1. Westerholt's next serve. Reed is there. Robinson, middle to Boyer. She tips it down to the empty hole in front of Westerholt. Boyer's going to get the kill and finally stops the bleeding with the side out for the Chargers. Coming in to serve for the Chargers is going to be number 2, Kennedy Artman. Boyer gets her first kill. Duncan on the serve receive. Rexroth, middle it goes, and a kill for the Bombers. Taylor Adair, a Sports Corner kill, her first, and it's a side out back to Macomb. Quinn Rexroth going back to serve now. It'll be 3 hitters in the front row for the Bombers. Ladd into the front row. She'll take over the middle hitter spot. Bryan's going to get another tip kill. The block was there. She went over it. And it is a side out for the Chargers. Josie Bryan gets her first kill. Back serving is Madeline Boyer. Rexroth sets middle. No, backside it goes to Lucarin. It's blocked. She digs it up. Outside it goes to Taylor Adair. She hits it across. Robinson's there. Farrell now. Back row attack coming from Boyer. Dug in the back row by the Bombers' number 11, Kate Stortzum, but then Reagan Reed on the overpass drives it home. She gets her first kill. Reagan Reed in the kill column, and Boyer gets the service point for the Chargers. It's 6-4. Stortzum's there. Near side it comes to Adair, and she drives it down the line and out of bounds. And it's a 1-point game on the hitting air. Boyer serves her second straight. Into the net, a service error, side out Bombers. Catherine Lucarin back to serve now. Checking in for the Bombers is going to be number 4, Jackie Adair, the junior, coming in replace of Stortzum. Lucarin's jump serve coming here. Deep, Farrell's there. Boyer tracks it down. Outside it goes to Bryan. Bryan drives it cross court and home in front of Rexroth, and a side out for the Chargers. And it's back to a 1-point game, and Josie Bryan going back to serve. Coming in for the Chargers, number 4, Abby White. She wears number 4. She'll be a key from the left side in this part of the rotation. Rexroth back set on the attack from the far side was Taylor Adair. That goes off the net. It never got touched. It was off the net. A side out. Reagan Reed thought it went off the block. I didn't think it did. Checking in for the Bombers, going to be Madeline McClure. Back to serve, going to be number 9, Taylor Adair. And that's long and out. Bombers faithful don't agree. Both officials did. And I believe I have 8-7. They have 9-6 on the scoreboard. Farrell back to serve. There it's 8-7. Farrell serves it out, a service error. No, it's an ace. I thought it was an ace, but they weren't throwing the ball back. It's tied at 8 now. 8-8. Farrell gets the point and the ace. That's a hitting error by the Bombers and Kelly Ladd, and the Chargers have their first lead since 1-0. They lead 9-8 here in set number 1. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. We love to see that in the live chat, so hop in there. Let us know who you're cheering for. Lucarin, Rexroth. Middle it goes to McClure. It's blocked by Reed. Now it's going to go outside. Jackie Adair. Bump set. It's going to be Boyer coming to push it across with a free ball. Lucarin's there. Rexroth dips it across. Farrell's there. Bryan, middle to Reed. She can't get to it. Tried to just tip it across the net, and it's going to be a side out, tied at 9. And coming into the game for the Bombers is going to be number 3, Kylie Robinson, as she goes back to serve with the score tied at 9 here. Bombers with the serve and a chance to retake the lead. They trailed 1-0 and 9-8. They've led the rest of the way. Boyer tracks one down. Back row attack. It comes from Bryan. Duncan's there. McClure. Now it's going to be a free ball sent across by Robinson. Farrell goes to get it. Bryan sets back. It's Hunter. Hunter's blocked, but it falls on the Bombers' side of the net. A kill for the Chargers and Allison Hunter. And it's 10-9 Chargers. Back to serve is Reagan Reed. Off of Robinson. Rexroth back set. Jackie Adair. Reed had it. Farrell now bump set. Hunter's going to tip it across again. Duncan's there. Rexroth pushes it across. Reed goes down to get it. An overpass. Robinson. Rexroth blocked by Boyer. Boyer drives it home on a block. And it's a point for the Chargers. 11-9. Boyer gets her first block. Reagan Reed got her point. And a hitting error for the Bombers. Reed gets her second point. Chargers starting to open up a lead now. Oh, excuse me. That was through the block. I missed it. It's 11 to 10. We'll correct it. Back to serve is Lucarenin. No, excuse me. It's Jackie Adair. Boyer on the attack. Lucarenin on the attack. Lucarenin gets her first kill. Jackie Adair gets her point, and we're tied at 11. That sports corner kill earlier to Jackie Adair. She serves that one into the net, though. We're back to a 1-point lead. Chap is watching, says go IW. Thanks for joining us. Robinson coming back in with her team up by 1. It's 12 to 11. Chargers with the serve and the lead. Duncan on the dig. Lucarenen's going to have to send it across left-handed. She does. Robinson's there. Out to Bryan. Bryan down the line, and nobody touched it. It went off the net and out of bounds. Side out. Tied at 12 here in set number 1. Going back to serve is Westerhold. She served 4 straight in her first service to make it a 5-1 game before a side out. We'll see if she can get that same kind of momentum going here. Farrell there on the dig. It's going to go to Bryan. Bryan tips it across. Robinson's there, tipped across by Rexroth. Robinson back sets to Hunter. Hunter dug by Stortzum. Boyer, Robinson, back to Boyer. Tips it across. Lucarenen's there. Bump set. Taylor Adair sent that one across. And they're going to call Boyer over the net. Going to call somebody over the net. It's going to be a point for Westerhold either way, and the Bombers are going to lead 13 to 12. Coach Dakota Lafferty is, they're saying that Farrell hit it over her head is what they're saying, I think. And Coach Lafferty is arguing it, and she's going to win. It's a replay. 12-12. That's deep and out. A big momentum change there as what looked like a point becomes a non-factor. Checking in for the Chargers going to be number 9, Audra Carroll. Back to serve is going to be Artman, number 2. Robinson can't handle it. It's an ace for the freshman, Kennedy Artman. At least I think that's who it is. It looks like her. And her team's up 14 to 12 now. Another low, hard serve. Robinson gathers up this one. Lucarenin on the attack. Reed goes down to get it. No, it's Bryan, excuse me. An overpass. And Lucarenin and Taylor Adair knock it down for a sports corner kill and a side out for the Bombers. Ladd checks in. Going back to serve will be Quinn Rexroth. 14-13. Bombers trail by 1. Quinn Rexroth with the serve. We'll give that kill to Taylor Adair. I'm not sure which one of them hit it, but we'll give it to Adair. A service error. 15-13. Bombers trail the Chargers here in what very well could be a postseason matchup between these two teams a little later down the road. And Madeline Boyer, who served a couple straight in her first service to get them back in the game, serves a service error right there, and it's a 1-point game. Lucarenin back to serve now for the Bombers. Jackie Adair, number 4, back in the lineup for Macomb. Lucarenin. Reed pushes it across. Robinson's there. Farrell. Bryan hits it in the net, a hitting error, and a point for the Bombers. And Lucarenin as she gets her first service point, and the Bombers have tied it at 15. Short serve, dug by Reed. Bump set by Carroll off Reed. It's blocked. Dug by Duncan. It hits the ceiling. Lucanen tried to go get it. Couldn't do it. It's a side out to the Chargers. They'll go back up by a point, 16-15. Robinson goes out. White comes back in. Bryan goes back to serve for the Chargers. Josie Bryan waiting to serve as Lucanen going to wipe up some sweat off the floor as it's a hot one in here. A bunch of people in the gym tonight. You can tell how big of a matchup this is by the number of people here watching it. This is about as full of a gym as you're going to see for a volleyball game. And two really good teams. Ladd on the overpass, can't drop it. Carroll was there. Now Reed with it. She hits it deep and out. I don't think anybody touched it. They did not. We're tied at 16. She got a little ahead of the ball and couldn't bring it down, and it's a side out going back to serve. Going to be number 9, Taylor Adair for the Bombers. Her serve is short. Boyer goes down to get it. Back set, Reed. Blocked by McClure. Madeline McClure gets the kill block. And the point goes to Taylor Adair, and the Bombers retake the lead, 17-16. Adair's serve goes to Boyer again. Tracked down, Reed has it actually, and then Carroll can't get it over the net on a hitting error, and it's 18-16. And Coach Lafferty and the Chargers want a timeout. We'll take one as well, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back to the Washington Street Gym as Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling is bringing you Bombers Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Game being brought to you by Pond Plus. Pond Plus is proud to have served Macomb and the surrounding area for over 20 years, providing cash for most items of value. Pond Plus is the area's largest seller of used items, including firearms. They also provide on-site jewelry repair and are open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. They have great selection of jewelry, electronics, tools, and video games. Located at 324 West Jackson Street in Macomb, between Erico and Taco Bell. After the timeout by the Chargers, Adair back to serve again. Boyer again the target of the serve. Middle it goes to Reed. Reed is going to be dug by Rexrow. Ladd goes to get it after a hesitation as she didn't realize they were out of system. Rexrow took the first pass. It is a side out to the Chargers. They trail by 1 now. And back to serve is the libero, Farrell. Lucanen with the serve receive. Outside it comes to Jackie Adair. She's going to get it into the net, and then nobody touched it. There was a double block there, but nobody touched it. We're tied at 18. Farrell gets another service point. It's her second. Farrell serve right at Ellie Duncan this time. Nice pass to Rexroad. Out to Jackie Adair. It's going to be Ladd pushing it back across. Farrell's there. Abby White's going to try and push it across. She will. From 1-4 to another. That was Jackie Adair. Now it's going to be McClure pushing it deep corner. Sometimes it's not how hard you hit it, it's where you put it. And Madeline McClure gets the kill, her first. And a side out for the Bombers, and it's a 1-point lead for the Bombers again. And coming back into serve is going to be number 3, Kylie Robinson for MHS. Farrell. Boyer in her set now. Back row attack coming from Bryan, and she got ahead of it as well. The set went a little deeper than she would have liked, and she drives it out the back of the court. A point for Kylie Robinson, and the Bombers lead by 2, 20-18, in what has been a great set number 1 between these two teams. Reed goes down to get it. Boyer out to Hunter, and Hunter is going to get, they're going to call 4 hits. Nope, they're going to call somebody under the net, actually. So it's going to be a side out to the Chargers. Reagan Reed going back to serve now with her team down by 1, 20-19. Reed serve. Robinson. Rexrow, middle to McClure, and she finds that same corner but with more authority that time, and Madeline McClure gets her second kill, or sports corner kill, and a side out. Jackie Adair going back to serve now. Jackie Adair serving. Off of Reed, or O'Brien, who struggled, but they're going to get it across. The free ball from Boyer. Rexroth tips it across and down. A tip kill for Quinn Rexroth. And another timeout charged to the Chargers. 22-19. Bombers with the lead. Timeout on the floor charged to Illini West. Game being brought to you by Western Illinois University. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there is limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. And Tom Conklin State Farm, face-to-face, over the phone, by email, or by text. You choose how you do business with Tom Conklin State Farm Macomb. You can reach them at 309-837-1200 or visit them online at www.macombsf.com. Better yet, stop in and get your quote today at 1221 West Jackson Street in Macomb. Jackie Adair serving it up again. Her team up by 3. She served that one too long. It's out. And a side out goes to the Chargers. They trail by 2, and Robinson in to serve. Corinne Robinson. Lucanen on the attack and the kill. Lucanen gets her second kill of the match. Bombers need just 2, and Westerhold coming in to serve. She's got 4 service points. All of them came in her first service, though. This is her 3rd time through the rotation. Westerhold serve. Short, Farrell struggles, but they get it across with a one-arm hit from Robinson, but it's going to go out of bounds. The Bombers have set point. 24-20. Westerhold has 5 service points. And the Bomber student section holding up the one finger. That's all they need. And Farrell goes down to get it again. Robinson outside to Bryan. Bryan drives it off the block of Quinn Rexroth and Taylor Adair, and she staves off set 1 elimination for at least one more point. Going back to serve is number 2, Kennedy Artman. Artman serve. Duncan's there. Rexroth goes to get it, comes out to Lucanen. Lucanen's going to tip it across. Bryan's there. Robinson out to Bryan. Bryan off the block and down. Josie Bryan drives one home. And the Bombers want a timeout. Josie Bryan gets her second kill. Artman gets her second service point, and the Bombers have a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
Welcome back to Washington Street Gym as Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling is bringing you Bomber Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Sports Corner at 124. Macomb's original local sports bar is Sports Corner at 124. With a focus on local sports, catch WIU games and all area TSSR Game Time Live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124. All while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. Artman back to serve. She has to serve 2 more in order to keep this match alive for the Chargers. Another good serve. Robinson's there. Rexroth to Lucanen, and she set it too close to the net. Lucanen couldn't get to it. It's a point for Artman and the Chargers, and they are within 1 point of extending set number 1. Artman gets her 3rd service point. 24-23, a side out's a set win for the Bombers. They've staved off 2 set points. Can they stave off a 3rd? Lucanen on the attack. It is out. Oh, they call it in. And that'll do it. I thought it was out. They called it in, and that's the set point. Lucanen gets the kill to ice the game for the Bombers. 25-23. Bombers get set number 1. We will take a break, and we'll be back with set number 2 here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in just a couple minutes.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I chose MDH. We moved here and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
Welcome back to Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. The game is brought to you by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. Since 1960, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. And Ron Elby Auto Sales, with locations in Macomb and Augusta. With 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris. And visit them at www.lbsellscars.com to check out their inventory. As you can see, 25-23, Bombers get this set 1 win. We'll clear that off, and we'll go to set number 2. The Bombers will have the serve in set 2. It'll be Emily Westerhold back to serve again to start things off. Reed, a little trouble. Boyer goes to get it. Bryan's going to have a good chance at an attack there. Oh, what a job by the Bombers. Lucanen and Robinson dug it up, and it was sent across. Bryan's going to send it there. Sturzman, excuse me. Stortzum, I get it out in a minute. I can't talk. Overpass, drove down by Bryan, and Bryan's going to get the kill on the side out. Josie Bryan gets her 3rd kill. Kate Stortzum had that nice dig along with Robinson back there. Back to serve is going to be Artman, the freshman. Duncan goes down to get it. Back set to Taylor Adair, and she'll drive it home on a cross-court attack. And a sports corner kill for Taylor Adair. That'll be her 2nd. Quinn Rexroth going back to serve now. And she'll serve it off of Bryan, and Robinson going back to do a heck of a job to try to get there. Couldn't get there enough to do anything. Quinn Rexroth's going to get her first serve at point. We'll give her an ace because that was unusable in any way. 2-1 the score. Bombers with the lead after the single point. An overpass is going to come. Outside it goes to Taylor Adair. She's dug by Robinson. Farrell's going to do a bump set near side. It's going to be Audra Carroll on the hit and the kill for the Chargers. A side out, and it's tied at 2. Hop in that live chat. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Madeline Boyer serves. Stortzum is there. Robinson, outside Bryan, and she mishit it but got it across. Ladd sends it across for the Bombers. Farrell back set to Bryan. Bryan drives it. That's on the line. Are they going to call it? Oh, they're going to call it out. That was very close. Jackie Adair checks in. Lucanen goes back to serve. Stortzum takes a seat. Kate Stortzum takes a seat. Lucanen back to serve. Kathleen Lucanen serves it into the net. And it's a side out back to the Chargers. We're tied at 3 now. Josie Bryan going back to serve. Robinson goes out. White comes in for the Chargers. Lucanen. Taylor Adair. Carroll's there. Bryan sets out to White. White on the attack. Duncan goes down to get it. Comes to the nets, an overpass. And Carroll's going to tip it down for her second kill of the set. And the Chargers take the lead again. Audra Carroll gets her second kill. Bryan gets her first service point of the match. Duncan. Rexroth. Blocked. And Ladd went up to get it and got into the net, and it'll be a point for the Chargers. Josie Bryan has 2 in a row. (5-3) Chargers. They have to win this one to make it a 3-set match. Good serve. Bombers going to get it across, though. Reed, Bryan, Reed. Driving it home on a quick in the middle, and it's 6-3. Reed gets her second kill. Bryan gets another service point, 3 in a row now, and it's 6-3. Chargers, their largest lead of the match. Rexroth back to Taylor Adair, off the block. She abuses the block of Reed and White, and it's a kill, a sports corner kill for Taylor Adair. She'll get her third kill, and now she'll go back to serve with the Bombers trailing 6-4. Deep serve, Boyers there. Bryan, middle to Reed, off the block, dug by Lucanen. Rexroth, middle to McClure. She tips it across. It's dug up by Reed. Could have very easily got a illegal hit. She looked like she lifted that. Madeline McClure is going to get the sports corner kill, her second. And Taylor Adair gets her third service point. Bombers close the lead to 1, 6-5. Boyer again. They serve at Boyer pretty much every time. That's a big block by Jackie Adair on Carroll's attack, and the Bombers have tied it at 6. Jackie Adair gets the block, her first. Taylor Adair serves her fourth straight point, Reed on the attack, and she'll get the kill. Side out to the Chargers. Farrell going back to serve. Reed's got 3 kills now. Lucanen, Rexroth, Ladd, cross court. Hunter was there. That's going to be Reed pushing it near court. Going down to get it. Jackie Adair. Ellie Duncan now. Now Adair is going to send a free ball across. Reed's there. Now look for the quick. Back to Reed. Through the block and down as she went off the block of McClure. And Jackie Adair and Reagan Reed gets her second kill of this little brief run here. And Farrell gets the service point. That'll be her third. And it's 8-6 Chargers. Lucarenen's there. Rexroth out to Jackie Adair. She hits it into the net. And I think they're going to call a block. So Hunter will get the kill on the block. And the Bombers take a timeout. Allison Hunter gets the block. The point goes to Kaylin Farrell. And we'll take a timeout and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Welcome back to Washington Street Gym, where Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling is bringing you Bombers versus Chargers on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Game also being brought to you by the Old Dairy, located at 210 South Lafayette Street in Macomb, serving soup, salad, sandwiches, homemade dessert, and Blue Bunny ice cream. Full-service coffee bar, breakfast served all day, free Wi-Fi as well. That's the Old Dairy. And tipped across by Jackie Adair. You can call the Old Dairy at 837-6700. That's going to be an illegal hit. Reed carried that one and just threw it. That's a good call, and it's going to be a side out to the Bombers. Robinson going back to serve for the Bombers. They trail 9-7. Reed. Boyer had to go get it. She couldn't attack it up there. Had to try to send it back, and it's a point for Robinson and the Bombers. Kylie Robinson gets her second service point. Boyer to Reed. Reed cross court. And Jackie Adair was in the net on the block attempt. It's side out, 10-8. Reagan Reed going back to serve. Rexroth McClure is going to get the sports corner kill. McClure gets her third kill. It's a side out back to the Bombers. And Jackie Adair going back to serve. Bryan, Reed, Boyer. Duncan with the dig. Pushed across by Rexroth. Farrell's there. Bryan sets middle to Boyer. Boyer drives it through the block of McClure and Lucanen, and Madeline Boyer gets the kill and the side out for the Chargers. That's only the second kill for Boyer. Corinne Robinson going back to serve now. Lucanen. Bryan drives it down the line and in. Josie Bryan with the kill for the Chargers. Corinne Robinson gets the point. Her second. Josie Bryan gets her fourth kill. Duncan. Lucanen blocked. Duncan goes down to dive and save it. Lucanen comes to get it. Hunter's there. Robinson quick to Boyer. Boyer's going to tip it. Duncan's there to fill that gap where Boyer tipped it earlier. Lucanen on the attack. Reed and Farrell nearly collide. Out to Bryan. Bryan tips it across and down. Josie Bryan with a tip kill. And it's 13-9. Chargers with the lead. 5 kills for Josie Bryan. Corinne Robinson gets her third point. Back set McClure now. Throws it across. Robinson tracks it down. Bryan on the attack. It's blocked, and they're going to call McClure in the net. $14-9's the score. Four service points now. Lucanen dug by Reed. Robinson. Bryan drives one home and kills it down. A cross-court kill for Josie Bryan, and it's 15-9. Josie Bryan coming to life here in set number 2. She's got 6 kills, and the Bombers take a timeout. Corinne Robinson has 5 service points now. This game being brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital Athletic Trainers MDH Rehabilitation Center, with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, provide expert help to Spartan student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. And Midwest Ice. Do you need ice for your upcoming event? Look no further. Midwest Ice has you covered. Midwest Ice is Central Illinois' newest ice delivery service. We deliver ice to your event. Call Blaine Wrench at 309-351-8192 for a quote today. Largest lead of the contest for either team now. Nobody's led by more than 6. It's 15-9. Robinson serve. Lucarinen's going to try and end it. She can't there. Reed has it. Robinson out to Bryan. Bryan drives that one into the net. A hitting error ends the run, and it's 15-10. And going back to serve is going to be Westerhold as the rotation has been completed. And Bombers' first server of the set is back to serve again. She served 4 straight in her first service of the set number 1. She's only served 1 in her 4 services since then. Boyer on the attack. It's off the block. Westerhold comes to get it. Lucarinen's going to push it deep corner. Farrell's there. Robinson's going to set out to Bryan. Bryan on the attack. Dug by Stortzum. Near side, it comes back to Lucarinen. Lucarinen down the line and out. A hitting error for the Bombers and Catherine Lucarinen. And it's going to be Artman coming back in to serve and Carroll coming into the front row for Farrell. So Artman is serving for Farrell. Farrell will come back in when Artman is done serving. It's 16-10. Chargers here in set number 2, looking to go 3 if they can get a win. Robinson digs that one out of self-defense off her shoulder. It's hit. Robinson now goes out to Bryan. They are feeding Bryan, and Bryan is eating it up. She gets another kill. That one off Duncan. Josie Bryan up to 7 kills now from her left side hitting position. And Artman is up to 4 service points. It's 17-10. Robinson. Taylor Adair is a couple people fighting over there. Artman gets it. It's going to be Bryan sending it deep to Stortzum. Middle Lucarinen. Duncan's there to save the day, though. Now it's going to be Bryan driving it off the block. Lucarinen's there. Rexroth's going to tip it across. Robinson. Now Artman's going to bump it out to Bryan. Bryan's going to hit dug by Lucarinen. Back to Lucarinen it comes, and she hits it in. Catherine Lucarinen with a big hit on the back line to get the side out, and a sports corner kill for Catherine Lucarinen. That's her 4th. Going back to serve is going to be the setter, Quinn Rexroth for the Bombers. Her team trails by 6, 17-11. They were down 17-10 before the side out. Here's Rexroth's serve. It's a let serve, an ace for Quinn Rexroth. I still maintain those things should not be fair. 2 points, 2 aces for Quinn Rexroth. She'll see if she can keep that going. It's a 5-point lead for the Chargers. Bombers trying to claw their way back in. And she'll do it again. Another ace for Quinn Rexroth. Right in front of a diving Farrell that time. Rexroth has 3 points and 3 aces. Here's Rexroth's next serve with her team down by 4 now. Reed goes to get it. No, it's Bryan, excuse me. Reed was the setter there. Back set it goes to Taylor Adair, and she goes off of Carroll. Taylor Adair gets the kill. A sports corner kill for Taylor Adair. That is her 3rd. Quinn Rexroth gets the first point of her serving. It was not an ace, and that one, though, is going to be long, a service error and a side out. It's 18-14. Chargers with the serve, and Boyer back to serve for Illini West. There's the serve, deep and out. She's let it float a little too far. It's a service error, side out. Back to the Bombers, and Lucarinen will be the server. Catherine Lucarinen, 1 service point tonight. She's got 4 kills. Her team trails by 3. Bryan, Boyer, across to Reed. Reed's going to go off the block. It's dug by Lucarinen. Rexroth comes to get it. Now Taylor Adair is going to hit it softly. Carroll's there. Reed's going to push it across. Duncan's there. Rexroth out to Jackie Adair. It's blocked. Reed, Duncan with the dig. Pushed across by Rexroth. Robinson's there and can't do anything with it. Quinn Rexroth going to tip it across for the point for the Bombers. Taylor Adair back to serve with an 18-16 game. Lucarinen back to serve again. Lucarinen, I was thinking Lucarinen was serving there. It's 18-16. Lucanen back to serve again. She just served her second service point. Bryan. Boyer back to Bryan. Cross court, dug by Lucanen. Rexroad out to Jackie Adair. Off the block of Carroll. Jackie Adair gets another kill. A sports corner kill for Jackie Adair. That's her fourth kill. And a timeout charge to the Chargers. 18-17. Lucanen has served 2 straight, and the Bombers find themselves down by just 1. They were down by 7 at 17-10. They're on a 6-1 run, or a 7-1 run if you count the side out. And we are well into set number 2. 25-23, set number 1 victory for the Bombers. And the Chargers have to win this one, obviously, in order to finish or go for a set number 3. It's kind of funny. The Chargers kind of go to their spot where a normal team huddles. The Bombers go stand in front of the fan near the door to get a little cool air during their timeouts. Coach Rexroth took them down there in their first timeout. They've went there each time now, and now they're coming back out with 5 seconds left on the clock. Lucanen back to serve one more time. She's served 2 straight in this service, a chance to tie it up here for the Bombers. The jump serve is deep. Farrell has trouble with it. They're going to have a free ball if they can even get it across. Robinson does get it across. Ladd is there. Rexroth out to Jackie Adair. She's had the hot hand. Nobody touched that one. Oh, they did. It was off the touch. Carroll had a hand on it. Jackie Adair gets a sports corner kill using the block, her 5th, and it's a tie ball game, 18-18. That's a low serve. Bryan. Boyer to Reed, dug by Duncan. It's dumped across and out of bounds. A side out. A big hit resulted in a couple bad passes. And it's a Josie Bryan going back to serve for the Chargers. Her team leads by 1, 19-8. Let's serve Duncan. Boyer. No, that's Reed, excuse me, in the middle. Reagan Reed gets the overpass kill. That's just her 5th kill, I should say just. Bryan gets the point, it's her 4th. And it's 20-18. Duncan with the serve receive. Taylor Adair hits it deep and out of play, a hitting error, and it's 21-18. Josie Bryan has served 2 straight, gives her 5 service points to lead her team with Corin Robinson. Let's serve and an ace. That is just not fair, folks, I'm telling you. Josie Bryan gets the point, the ace, and a sub coming in. Ladd going out. Coming in for the Bombers is going to be number 14, Nika Daitner. Bryan serve. Jackie Adair is going to abuse the block again of Carroll and Reed. And Jackie Adair stops the bleeding with her 6th kill. A sports corner kill, and Taylor Adair going back to serve. Bryan sets middle to Reed. She tips it across. Rexroth goes down to get it. Pushed across by Lucanen. Farrell out to Carroll. And she just tips it down. A kill for Audra Carroll, and it's 23-19. Audra Carroll tipped that one to the perfect spot. 3 kills for her. Farrell going back to serve. Farrell has 4 service points. Her team needs 2 to force a set number 3. Farrell's serve. Lucarenen's there. Rexroth out to Jackie Adair. And off of Farrell. Jackie Adair gets a sports corner kill. She is on fire tonight. She's got 7 kills. Does Jackie Adair. And back to serve is number 3, Kylie Robinson for the Bombers. Deep serve. Farrell takes it. Treble. It's going to be Reed on the attack. It's dug by Lucanen. Rexroth out to Jackie Adair. She tips it across. Boyer, Bryan, White off the block and down. Abby White gets the kill, and it's 24-20. Abby White gets her first kill. And back to serve for the set is Reagan Reed. Reed has 2 service points. Robinson, Rexroth, Lucarin, and Farrell has some trouble with it. Bryan tracks it down. Back row attack for Reed. Duncan is there. Rexroth out to Jackie Adair. The hot hand gets the kill again. She stays off the first of what will be 4 set points for the Bombers as Jackie Adair gets her 8th kill of the night, and she'll go back to serve now. She has 3 service points as well, and they're going to stop as she went up to serve. Oh, they're going to, what are we doing? It is going to be okay. It is going to be Adair's serve. Deep and out, and that's how set number 2 will end. 21 to 25. The Chargers win set number 2, and we're going to go 3 here at Washington Street Gym as Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling is bringing you Bomber Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Bryan and Duncan go to meet to see who will have the serve in set number 3. And the clock will start. As you can see, the Chargers huddled up here. 3 minutes on the clock. We'll take a break as well, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live. You're watching coverage of Macomb High Volleyball on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets a much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
And welcome back to Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Chevy Guerrero on the camera tonight, and we got a good one here, folks. Pretty much just as anticipated. 25-23 Macomb set 1, 25-21 Chargers set 2. We're going 3 here at Washington Street Gym in Macomb, Illinois. Tell your friends, share the link, let us know where you're watching from, because this has been a good one. And we got one more to go here as the Bombers and Westerhold will start things off here in set number 3. Now, I will point out that the team that served first in the first 2 sets ended up losing that set. So it would be interesting to know if the Chargers won the toss or lost the toss. Here's Westerhold's serve. It's 0-0 set 3. Here comes Bryan on the attack. Stortzum goes to get it. Lucarin now on the attack. Farrell's there. Robinson outside to Bryan. Bryan drives it home. Josie Bryan gets the kill. That is her 8th kill. and a side out to the Chargers. And Artman comes in to serve. Farrell will take a seat momentarily. Robinson, Rexroth. Taylor Adair with a sports corner kill. Taylor Adair reached up and grabbed that one and threw it down. That'll be her 4th kill. Side out back to Macomb. And Quinn Rexroth back to serve for the Bombers. She's got 3 service points. Make it 4 service points, 3 aces. And that's not an ace, but it is another service point on some passing errors. And the Bombers have the lead 2-1 for the first time here in set number 3, the 5th service point for Quinn Rexroth. Rexroth's next serve goes to Brian. Reed, bro, that was a fake. I don't know if it was really a fake or not. Carroll was out there. I think it was supposed to be a quick to Brian, and it was just a missed set. And Rexroth's going to get her 6th service point. 3-1, Bombers with the lead. It's more than they led by at any point in set number 2. They did lead by 6 in set number 1 before holding on for a 25-23 win. That ball goes to the net, and in the net are the Chargers, and it's 4-1. Deja vu all over again. This is how set number 1 started. Rexroth gets her 7th point, except it was Westerhold during the serving then. Farrell, Reed, middle, Bryan, blocked! Brought across, it was Ladd and Taylor Adair there on the block. Duncan bumps at Lucanen. Lucanen off the block. Reed is there. Robinson out to Bryan. Bryan on the attack. It's off the block. Stortzum was there. Excuse me, that was Robinson, I believe. And that's going to be Boyer with a block and a side out. Madeline Boyer gets her 2nd block, and she'll go back to serve now. Boyer has 2 service points. Those were all in her 1st service of the night. She has not scored a point since then. Stortzum. Now it's going to be Luke Kiernan from the far side, and she'll get another kill. Catherine Lucanen with the sports corner kill and the side out for the Bombers. Catherine Lucanen give her 5 kills on the night now. She's got 4 service points. She's at the service line. Brought her feet short. Boyer back set Bryan. Bryan blocked and out of bounds, abusing the block of Jackie Adair. Josie Bryan gets another kill. That's her 9th, and she'll go back to serve now. 5-3 the score. Chargers trail by 2 to the Bombers. And Jackie Adair and Duncan, I believe, thought that was going out. I believe I heard Duncan say out, and it's in. Josie Bryan gets her 7th service point, 2nd ace, and it's 5-4. Down by 1 are the Chargers. Duncan goes to get that. Middle it comes. Ladd bumps it across. Bryan is there. Farrell. Audra Carroll. It's blocked by Jackie Adair, and it's a side out, a kill block for Jackie Adair. She's done about everything tonight. That's her 2nd block. And she'll go back to serve now. The junior for the Bombers. No, that's Taylor Adair serving right there, excuse me. She's the senior, and she serves it into the net. Farrell back to serve. Farrell has 4 service points for the Chargers. The libero, that's 6-5. Back set. Ladd sent it across. Farrell's there. Back set to White. White's going to hit it deep. Duncan on this dig. Outside to Jackie Adair. It's blocked and dug. Middle it goes to Reed now. Reed on the attack. Dug by Duncan. Rexroth comes back to Jackie Adair again, and she hits it out. And Boyer bailed out of the way. It's a hitting error and a point for Farrell and the Chargers. 6-6 the score now. We're all tied up in set number 3. Farrell serve, a little hesitation there, and Lucanen came to get it. Ladd on the attack, hits it deep and out. A hitting error for Kelly Ladd and the Bombers, and it is a lead for the Chargers again, 7-6. They led 1-0 on a side out. They haven't led since then. This is their first lead once we really got rolling here. We'll see what happens. Lucanen is there. McClure sends it deep. Farrell had to go get it. Bryant, Reed pushes it deep left corner and out. It was out. I did think so. We're tied at 7 on the hitting air. Coming in to serve is going to be Kylie Robinson for the Bombers. Looks like Boyer is going to be the setter here for the Chargers. Bryan, Boyer, Reed, cross court, Lucanen to the net it comes. Rexroth's going to push it across. They're going to call her for a lift. And it's a side out back to the Chargers. And Reagan Reed is going to go back to serve with her team leading by 1, 8-7. Once again, hop into live chat. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. We'd greatly appreciate it. Robinson. Back set it goes to Jackie Adair. Dug by Farrell. Out to Abby White. White dug by Lucanen and pushed across by Rexroth. Pushed up. Boyer tips it across now. Pushed up. It's going to be Jackie Adair. Blocked and down. Jackie Adair with a sports corner kill, her 9th. And a side out, and now it will be Jackie Adair going back to serve with the two teams tied at 8. Boyer is there. Reed back to Boyer. Boyer drives it off the block. Jackie Adair goes to get it. It's going to be an overpass, and Boyer is going to get called for going over the nets. And Dakota Lafferty is less than impressed with that call, but it's going to be a point for Jackie Adair nonetheless, her 4th. And, man, I don't know about that, folks, but they'll call it nonetheless. Jackie Adair to Madeline Boyer. Reed back to Boyer. Boyer drives that one home. Oh, Robinson, what a great dig by Jackie Adair. And then nobody goes to get it. And the Bombers lead by 2, 10-8. Jackie Adair gets her 4th, make that 5th service point. 10-8. This is going to be good down the stretch, folks. Share this link if you haven't yet. Your friends are going to want to see the finish of this one. Boyer drives it home. It's blocked again by McClure. And McClure gets the block, and the Bombers have a 3-point advantage. A timeout charge to the Chargers. Jackie Adair has served 3 straight. And it's 11-8. Bombers with the lead here at Washington Street Gym. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Game being brought to you by Tom Conklin State Farm. Face-to-face, over the phone, by email, or by text. You choose how you do business with Tom Conklin State Farm, Macomb. You can reach them at 309-837-1200 or visit them online at www.macombsf.com. Better yet, stop in and get your quote today at 1221 West Jackson Street in Macomb. And Sports Corner at 124. Macomb's original local sports bar is Sports Corner at 124. With a focus on local sports, catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124. All while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. Jackie Adair going back to serve again for the Bombers. They have opened up a 3-point lead now here in set number 3. The wheels fell off momentarily. There's a let serve. Farrell digs it up. Reed out to Boyer. Adair comes to get it. Rexroth tips it across, and another fall as Quinn Rexroth gets the kill. A sports corner kill for Quinn Rexroth, her 2nd. Jackie Adair up to 7 service points. She's doing it all for the Bombers tonight. It's 12-8 Bombers. And an ace off of Boyer. Make it 13-8. 5 straight for Jackie Adair. Her first ace. This has been a roller coaster of a contest, folks. Both teams have given up some points. Both teams have battled back. Here's another let serve. Out to Boyer again. She tips this one across. Robinson was there. Lucanen on the attack, and she's going to get the kill. The sports corner kill for Catherine Lucanen. Her 6th, and a 2nd timeout charge to the Chargers. We'll take a break as well on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. You're watching Macomb High Volleyball against the Illini West Chargers.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
And welcome back, just in time for Jackie Adair to serve it up again. She served 6 straight for Macomb High. Farrell, trouble with that one. Reed gets it. Back row attack from Bryan. Duncan goes down. Lucanen saves it. Jackie Adair is going to send a free ball across. Boyer's there. Look for the quick. It's back to Boyer. She drives it home. Madeline Boyer brings life back to the Chargers on the side out, but they trail by 5. Madeline Boyer picks up her 3rd kill. Robinson going back to serve. Corin Robinson. Low serve. Duncan's there. It's an overpass. Farrell. Robinson. Outside to Bryan. Blocked. Farrell's there. Back to Bryan. That's going to be Boyer this time. Robinson's there. Rexroad out to Lucanen. Lucanen tips it across. Boyer saves it. Bryan sends it deep. Duncan's there. Rexroad pushes it across. Punched up by Boyer. Bryan's going to tip it deep left corner and out. Side out to the Bombers. A hitting error by Josie Bryan. Just trying to paint the corner a little too much. And coming in to serve is going to be Westerhold as we've completed the rotation. Westerhold's serve is deep. Farrell's there. Robinson outside to Bryan. Bryan drives it home off of Lucanen. And, they're going to say it wasn't touched. They're going to get a touch. They are going to get the touch. They thought for a second they were going to give it to her, but Josie Bryan came cross court, gets the kill. That's a good call. The student body doesn't like it. It's the 10th kill for Josie Bryan. And Artman back to serve now with her team trailing by 5, 15-10. Deep serve and out. A service error from the freshman results in a side out back to the Bombers. Farrell will come back in. And who's going to serve? Rexroad is the server. Middle, Bryan dug by Duncan off the block. Out to Lucanen, down the line and off of Reed. A sports corner kill for Catherine Lucanen. Give her 7. Rexroad gets another service point. She served 6 straight earlier. That was Jackie Adair that served 6 straight. She served 4 straight earlier. Rexroad's up to 8 now. Reed out to Boyer, who tips it on the line, and it's going to land on Lucanen, even though she was out of bounds. She tried to get out of the way and couldn't. Boyer's going to get the tip kill, and then she'll go back to serve. Madeline Boyer has 4 kills now. She's got 2 service points. Again, those 2 service points were her first service of the night. She has not served a point since set 1, and it was the 3rd service in that set. Lucanen on the attack. Boyer's there. Robinson outside. Bryan blocked by Taylor Adair. Taylor Adair gets the block, and the Bombers get the side outs. First block for Taylor Adair. It's 18-11. Lucaren's serve goes into the net. A service error. And it's 18-12. Josie Bryan going back to serve. White will come in. Robinson will go out for the Chargers. Josie Bryan serving with 8 service points, but that one goes into the net. Dueling service errors there. Maybe the 2 teams getting a little tired now, but they are playing with a lot of ferocity here in this one. Taylor Adair back to serve now. The jump serve from Adair. Reed goes down to get it. Carroll Going to hit it deep. Lukarinen's there. Rexroth out back to Glad. It's dug by Bryan. Trouble. They can't get it across. Passing error results in a point. Taylor Adair gets her 5th service point. That one's deep and hard off a read. Boyer sends it across. McClure finds that deep right corner again. Madeline McClure gets her 4th kill, and I think all 4 of them are in the deep right corner. 2 of them hard, 1 of them was soft, and I can't remember if the other one was back there or not, but Taylor Adair gets their 6th service point. Another hard serve off of Boyer. Audra Carroll hits it into the net. It's 22-12. Bombers lead. And they're making me look silly. I said it was going to be close the rest of the way. They have opened up a 10-point advantage. That's a short one. She took a lot off that one. It's going to come across. Rexroth, back set Ladd. Ladd dug by Carroll. Outside it goes to White. White is dug by Lukarinen. Rexroth tips it across. It's going to be a 3. White hits it. Lukarinen. Jackie Adair into the net, and a sports corner kill for Jackie Adair. Jackie Adair, 10 kills, 8 service points, an ace and 2 blocks. Taylor Adair is up to 7 service points. So he hits that one hard again. Reed is there. Trouble for Carroll. She went to get it, though. Bryan sends it across. Lukarinen. Rexroth. McClure dug and pushed across. They will get it across. Will White. Lukarinen's there. Rexroth tips it across. Nobody can get there as Reed tried to hit it back across. And it's 24-12. Bombers have dominated here in set number 3. Taylor Adair serves that one out. It'll take a heck of a run from the Chargers. Farrell is going back to serve. She's got 6 service points. She'll have to roll off 11 straight to stave off what would be 12 set points and match points here in this one. Set back to Ladd, across and out, a hitting error. Farrell back to serve again. She's got 7 service points. It's 24-14. Lukarinen. McClure, the same spot again, and Madeline McClure ends it with a sports corner kill to the deep right corner, and the Bombers win 25-14 in set number 3. (25, 23, 21, 25, 25, 14). The Bombers get a 3-set win over Illini West here at the Washington Street Gym in Macomb, Illinois. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Bomber Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll take a break. We'll be back with some stats in just a couple minutes here from Washington Street Gym.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives. taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Welcome back to Washington Street Gym as the Bombers have picked up a win here over Illini West, 25-23, 21-25, 25-14. We'll give you some stats here tonight for the Illini West Chargers. 7 service points for Kaylin Farrell, 1 kill for Abby White, and 1 block. Or no, 2 kills for Abby White, excuse me. Reagan Reed had 2 service points and 5 kills. Audra Carroll had 3 kills. Allison Hunter had 1 kill. Josie Bryan was the star of the game for the Chargers. She had 7 service points, 2 aces included in that, and she had 10 kills. Corinne Robinson had 5 service points. Madeline Boyer had 2 service points and 4 kills and 2 blocks. Allison Hunter also had a block. And Kennedy Artman, the freshman coming in to serve, had 4 service points, including an ace. We'll wait for Coach Rexroth to find her way up here. We'll tell you some Bomber stats here as well. Catherine Lucanen, 4 service points and 7 kills. Kylie Robinson had 2 service points. Jackie Adair, well, we'll save her for last. She's the definite star of the game. 8 service points, including 3 aces and 2 kills for Quinn Rexroth. Taylor Adair had a pretty darn good game herself. She ended up with 9 service points, 4 kills, and a block. Emily Westerhold had 5 service points. 4 of those were in her first service in the first set. Madeline McClure was key in this one, folks. She ended up with 5 kills and 3 blocks, but she had some very timely kills to help the Bombers win, including the final Sports Corner kill of the night to get the match point. Jackie Adair, let's talk about her for a second, folks. 8 service points, including an ace. She had 10 kills and 2 blocks for the Bombers to lead the way to a 25-23, 21-25, 25-14 victory for MHS. The Bombers still in the locker room, so we'll take another break and wait for Coach Rexroth to find her way out here. The Bombers win in 3 over Illini West. You're watching Bomber Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
And welcome back to the Washington Street Gym here in Macomb, Illinois, as the Bombers get a 25-23, 21-25, 25-11 win over the Illini West Chargers. And Coach Rexroad is finding her way up here. She just ran, so I might have to give her a second to catch her breath. I'm not real sure. There's a headset for you, Coach. Of course, she's probably out of breath. That was an exciting first couple of sets. Put that mic real close to your mouth so folks can hear you if you don't mind.
All right.
Well, Coach, I'll tell you what. Whenever you talk about volleyball, it's all about momentum, and it's a roller coaster ride. And this game tonight was a prime example of that, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, yeah, and I knew it would be. I mean, I was hoping we would show up and play and be calm and play well and play smart. And we had moments of it. First set, second set, we were really scattering and really reactive. And the third set at 8-11, I'm like, okay, you got 3 points. And you've had this lead several times in this game, and we've blown it. So I used an old Colchester saying of turn and burn. So they liked that one. So I feel like we turned and burned definitely at that timeout.
Yeah, you guys came out there tied 8-8. You went ahead, and then you just never looked back. But people talk about Macomb. They talk about Catherine Lucanen. They talk about the Adair sisters, but Jackie Adair was huge tonight. I had her for 8 service points, including an ace, 10 kills, and a couple blocks.
Yeah, Jackie in third set came alive, and she was starting in the second set, starting to get her swing and really see the block and see the court, and I saw her come alive at the end of set 2, and then that just carried into set 3, and when we were tied at 8-8, she went back there, had a beautiful dig, like an all-out dig. That should have been a kill any other night, for Illini West, and she just robbed them of it, and we played hard. And I'm really proud of how Jackie came out set 3. I let her stay in and just stay in. You're in. She's in the zone. Let's go.
Yeah, she played back row all the way, the full rotation, and played very well. There's no doubt.
Third set.
These are you have a Josie Bryan, an outstanding hitter. She had 10 kills. Reagan Reed had 5, according to what I had. I had Taylor Adair with 4. McClure with 5, who I want to talk about. Catherine Lucanen with 7. And I look back at this match, and I'm thinking, how did so many people end up with kills? Because both teams blocked really well. I mean, you guys were at the net blocking the whole time. Illini West was getting their hands on everything, but still, the hitters still found a way to get kills.
That's what we've been trying to really push. At the third set timeout, I'm like, defense needs to be at a predator mentality, and hitters need to wait so they can see where their shots are at, because we can't blast through their block every single time. So be smart, tool them, hit around, and that's all about timing. And they were starting to really buy into that. And our pass, without that pass, that third set, we wouldn't have been able to spread the offense out, and that's where Madeline came alive for us.
You talk about finding the holes. I had Madeline for 5 kills, and the last 4 went to the exact same spot. She found the spot when she was in the front row that they weren't covering. The first one she pushed back there, and then the last 3 she drove to the deep right corner, and they just weren't covering that spot when she was at the net, and she found it and was taking advantage of it.
We're really getting Madeline's confidence up. A lot of times she's a very smart hitter. She's not afraid to go and tip it to get the kill for her team. But we're trying to gain her confidence on that swing. And like tonight, I was so excited for her to get those last kills with her swinging hard and aggressive with that fast whip. And I think the more she believes in herself on that, the more we're going to see success out of that swing.
I think some people, with you guys losing Kennedy Adair and losing some good players last year, not just her, you lost some other good players, and knowing what Illini West brings to the table as far as hitters and Boyer in the middle and Reed killing the ball and Brian, they maybe thought you guys were undermanned a little bit tonight. But your girls never once, even in the set they lost, never looked like they felt that way at all.
No, and the juniors, we've lost a lot in the last 2 years. But we've been really pushing hard at the freshman and junior, freshman and JV year. And these juniors played hard JV ball. what they're learning now is that a lot of those players were playing varsity. You know, like Illini West, Maddie Boyer's the same age as them, but she was up playing varsity. And so they're learning they can't make as many errors right now at the varsity level. And that's where we look young in that. And I think people have counted us out sometimes. But we've got depth on the bench. We've got depth, you know, in defense and offense. It's just, you know, we're not putting it down on the 10-foot line, but you don't have to put it on the 10-foot line to win. And we've got to get that mentality.
You put a few in front of the 10-foot line, but they weren't hard. They were just tips.
Yeah,
right?
they're tips, right?
and I say a lot when I'm calling these games that you don't have to hit the ball a ton to get a good kill. I mean, placement is more to do with it than how hard you hit it.
It's about being a smart swinger, you know, swinging hard when the set's there and the block's not there, and when the block's closed, swinging high. That's, you know, and we're learning. We're getting there. Sometimes, set 2, I felt like we were overcoaching them a little bit, and I said, we're going to step back a little bit. We're going to let you kind of run in your heads. I felt like we were telling them something every play, and I'm like, we just need to step back and let them be them and kind of gain some momentum on their own. And I thought they did a good job of responding to that. Sometimes we start to come at them a lot, and we need to learn to also step back and let them learn on their own.
Taylor Adair played well for you at the net. Your block seemed to me tonight, and I'm sure it's probably a regular thing. This is the first time I've got to see you this year, but your block seemed really good tonight.
Yeah, you know, we have been really working on our block at practice. I feel like we could still get there and get better. Illini West tends to hit down, so that would help our block because we do get up and over. We're working on it. Obviously, it's not my biggest knowledge for, say, of the game, but I've got some girls that are, you know, we're in the net, but we're in the net because we're trying to be aggressive, so we've got to eliminate some of those net calls and get there. And I really want, you got to love blocking, and the girls are starting to like that, love that. I got Kelly Ladd loves the block. Maddie loves the block. You can tell when Maddie's up there, she just wants to put the ball down.
Right.
So
Downtown Athletic Club, not yesterday, but the week before, you talked about Ellie Duncan and some of your defensive specialists in the back row. You guys do play really good back row defense, don't you?
I've got 4 potential liberos on the bench between Emily, that's a sophomore, that's coming in and serving for us. She could be libero. Ellie Duncan has brought in some great hustle, and she's really leading out there. But, you know, you got Kate Stortson that could, and Kylie Robinson plays defense at the right back. She saves us at that right back spot that I've never seen before. And I couldn't be happier with our back row. They're little defensive little queens out there, and they just go for the ball. Sometimes I got to tell them to calm down. They have to be so showy. You know, just get a good pass. We don't have to make them look like they're an amazing hitter, but they're getting there.
That's kind of where your heart is, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, they have a little bit. I tell them, I'm like, yeah, that's it. You know, serve receive wasn't my favorite. I love defense, so I'm trying to get them to like serve receive a little bit more.
Before I let you go, Jordan Hines jumped out at me in the fresh soft game.
Yeah,
she looks like her jump serve was good, and she's hitting the ball a lot harder than she did last year. At least it seemed to me that she is.
Yep, and I don't think we've seen it yet. I think she's still got a lot more in there. She's one of the most competitive kids in the gym. Like, when she's in the gym, she wants to play. She wants on that court. She doesn't want to come off. I don't think we've seen what she can do yet.
Well, you guys handled at the JV level, Illini West very easily, and that's not a bad Illini West JV team either. I mean, they've done well at junior high level, moving up through the ranks and getting to state and doing all that kind of stuff. So this bodes well for Macomb, right? I mean, you have to still gauge that stuff at that level against those same kids, right?
Yeah, I know Illini West is battling some lineup changes for them too, so that wasn't what they're used to run into on their team. But I thought our girls executed well. It didn't matter. Like, they still were a good ball control team. And our girls, I mean, they were up 10-1 in the second set. And they practiced against our varsity a little bit, and we tried to train them not to make some errors. But I'm really excited about the future, too.
Yeah, well, congratulations on a big win tonight. I'm not going to lie. I didn't know how this one was going to turn out. I said when we started, this is probably – as you go out throughout the year, outside of when Q&D maybe comes here, Q&D and Illini West play and stuff like that, this has got to be one of the most anticipated 2A matchups in the state, at least tonight probably, and I think it lived up to the billing for the most part.
Oh, yeah. I love playing Illini West. They're athletes. They always have been. I mean, even when I was growing up, too, Carthage. And was always, I mean, Thunder, they were
Yeah.
always right there. So it's always fun to play. They bring a lot of passion on the court. Dakota brings a lot of passion on
the bench.
On the
Or
bench.
on the
And, I
sideline.
mean, props, she coached all 3 levels tonight, and she was in it with their varsity like she didn't miss a beat. They have a good program, and they're always fun to play. I love playing them.
She's trying to do the same thing that Coach Paul did, that you're doing, that Coach Kerr does, starting young and staying with them, and has her hands on everything that is volleyball at Illini West. And I think it's proven through the years, right, that that's kind of the way to build a program, isn't it?
It's hard. It's a lot of work to build it that way, especially in this area. When you're at a local area like we are, there isn't clubs 30 minutes away for those girls to go get the touches. A lot of the bigger school districts closer to Quad Cities, Peoria area, those girls can go to those clubs and get touches, but anyone around our surrounding area, our girls got to travel an hour if they want to play clubs. So it's important for us, like a lot of the coaches in this area, go and do all 3.
Right.
Sonia's been doing that forever too.
Right.
So it's hard.
Well, I'll let you get out of here. Congratulations on
Thank
a big
you.
win.
Thank
and
you.
We'll see. I guess you guys don't have another game home till next week,
Well,
do you?
actually, we play Thursday here.
Oh, you do play Thursday. That's
Yep,
right.
against
You're one of the
Lewiston.
2 games we have Thursday.
Yep.
Yeah, so I guess I'll be back here Thursday. I had my weeks next week. You have 1 or none?
We have Bushnell and then Southeastern. We're on the road next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll have both of those, but they won't be here. So.
Okay.
All right. Well, Coach, congratulations.
Thank
and
you.
We'll see you next week. And when you're on the road and we're covering you, make sure you come up and talk to us.
Okay, sounds
if you
good.
can take the time to do it.
Yep, that's
okay.
fine. Sorry.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
All
Thanks.
right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Coach Rexroth coming up to talk to us. That'll do it from the Washington Street Gym. The Bombers win 25-23, 21-25, 25-14 for Chevy Guerrero, who did the camera tonight, and a fabulous job at that. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again Thursday night from the Washington Street Gym. You've been watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.